Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Hello guys, what is up? Welcome to another YouTube video and more. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my newly displayed shelf for my comic book Avengers Marvel Legends display. This guy, these figures look awesome on the shelf, guys. This is genuinely my favorite shelf I have on display right now. Comic Avengers, and as you can see, I did add in a new light, and as you can also see, apparently it's falling. Oh, great. Let's get a closer look on that. Ouch. Ooh. Okay, I think it's gonna stay now. Wow, I just blinded y'all. But damn, does this display look great. As you can see, I finally redid all 4 of my displays on my main shelf. So I'm going to be showing you guys the Avengers ones first. And then maybe future videos down the line, I'll show you guys the rest of the shelves. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, first of all, the light is motion activated. But yeah, just installed that the other day, and I think it is way better than the dumb circle lights I used to have, because those like died on me so many times. But starting off in the forefront right here, we have Captain America pointing with this is my modded Captain America. Well, not really modded, kind of a kit bash custom Captain America. I gave him some more strap pieces from a G.I. Joe figure, a Bucky Barnes figure, and then I gave him the straps on his shoulders from a different Captain America, and I also gave him the metallic shield from Bucky Cap. And then over here you have the other members of the Trinity. We've got Iron Man from Secret Wars, classic Iron Man right there. We've got Thor from the 60th Earth's Mightiest line. We have Black Widow right over here. I gave her a little smoking effect piece, and I put her right there in the front. On the other side of Black Widow, over here, we have Miles Morales. He looks amazing, giving us a little crouching pose right there. Right behind him is Spider-Man. I use the Renew Your Vows version because I actually have the, what's it called? Maximum version down on my Spider-Man display. And then over here we have some of the Defenders with Daredevil right there, my favorite Marvel Legends in my collection, by the way. Then we have Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I opted for the classic Luke Cage because I prefer that one way better over the modern one. And then I do have Punisher back here. Unfortunately, I had to put Monica Rambeau in there because I like the way that figure pops because of the bright white, but I had no other space to put her. And then behind them, we have the little shield display. Wow, that is dusty. But for the little shield display, I do have Sam Wilson, Captain America, up there on a flight stand above everybody else. I think that looks awesome. And then we do have my shield members down there. We got Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury, Sharon Carter, and forgot her name, to be honest. Someone please remind me of the name of the characters right there in the back in the shield outfit, because I know the other character was oh, you know what? It's Quake. I knew it. And then right in front of them we have a bit of an obscure character, but I like the way he pops off the shelf. We have Crystal right there. Got that recently in London, and I think he just adds to the overall classic kind of Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And then right in front of him we have Black Panther, still in that Wakanda Forever pose. Wakanda Forever, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. Then we do have a new addition to the shelf, actually, Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. If you've seen some of my previous displaying videos, you'll note that he used to be on my villain shelf, actually, right there with the little Hydra section I have going on. But I actually moved him over here, and I think he looks good there. And then in the bright purple and blue spandex, we have Hawkeye right there. He's not really doing anything much, just because I have so many figures on the shelf, it's kind of cramped, but he is there, so that's what matters most. And then we have Rom the Space Knight, another kind of character that falls in line with, I think, Crystal, where he's kind of really obscure, but I love the figure. He's so fun to pose around with, and he's genuinely one of my favorite figures of the year. Yeah, he's so amazing. And then behind him, another one of my favorite figures of the year, to be honest, we have Adam Warlock. That guy's amazing with his staff, and not to mention the Infinity Stones, and the dry brushing in the hair. That guy's awesome. Have him right in front of the Maximum Series Hulk. Now, I know this figure gets a lot of hate on it for mainly the price tag and the reused parts, which are both things that I don't like on this figure. But if you viewed it from like a deluxe Hulk perspective, it's still the best Hulk that we've gotten in the Marvel Legends line. So I kind of have him there with a missile and that yelling head, which I love so much. And then in front of those guys, we have the white Vision. I still need a classic Vision for myself, for my shelf. But honestly, I don't mind the white Vision. I think he kind of pops out on the shelf with all the other figures that have the white spandex on. And then we have Ghost Rider. This is one of the newer additions. I did post a picture of this shelf, and this guy was not on the shelf yet, but I did just add him like only a week ago, and yeah, he looks so good on the shelf. He just, like, I have him kind of floating there with his fire effect, as you'll see, and yeah, I love it with his ghost chain. And even though I don't like the figure because his waist is loose on mine, he does really pop off the shelf with his bike, and I'm so glad I was able to fit the bike on here as well. Then right in the back there, we have the Fantastic Four, the comic versions. We have the Thing, Ben Grimm, Human Torch. These are the retro carded versions as well. And then we have Mr. Fantastic pulling the 4 pose. And then we got the Invisible Woman right there with her force field. I always have those guys in the back there, and they're not like... I don't want to say they're not main players, because they definitely are main players in the Marvel Universe, but they're not above the Avengers, because this is still an Avengers display, so I usually have them at the back. Plus, Thing is like the second biggest figure I have on the shelf, minus the Hulk, so I don't want him to be blocking anybody else. So yeah, there's the retro carded Fantastic Four on the shelf. I think these look great, and I did swap out the normal arms for the lab coat arms for Reed Richards. Then we have Blue Marvel. If you've seen my my last Marvel Legends Comic Avengers shelf, I had him right underneath Captain Marvel, and I had Captain Marvel on a little flight stand. That flight stand broke, unfortunately. But yeah. But I got him over here now behind, or in front of the bike right there. And then we have the Moon Knight from the West Coast Avengers storyline. I think this figure looks great with his Ankh right there. Sorry, the light keeps turning off again. It's motion activated, so yeah, that looks great, I think. Then, not to mention, we have the Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Warbird, Carol Danvers, whatever you want to call her, in that outfit right there. That's an amazing figure, one of my favorites from last year, and I think she looks great on the shelf right there. Then we have the X-Men 97 Wolverine. I kept switching between, because on my last shelf I had the Secret Wars Wolverine, but I swapped it out and I put the Secret Wars Wolverine on my X-Men shelf instead of the Avengers shelf. But every now and then, when I'm feeling a little bit wild, I do switch them up. And then over here, we have my only comic Ant-Man in my collection. We have the future Ant-Man. I do want to get a classic comic one, but honestly, he looks pretty good on the shelf now as is, so I'm not complaining. And then over here, right behind Thor, we do have Wonder Man right there. I do wish there was like a better way to see him, because he is kind of hidden behind Thor right there, but Thor is just such a massive character. Like, even when he is crouching down a bit, like I have his knees bent, he's still blocking Wonder Man. But yeah, that Wonder Man figure is great. I can't wait to see what they do with the Disney Plus show, if it's any good or not, but I hope it is. And then the last figure that I have to show you guys on the shelf is the bright green She-Hulk figure. She looks so great right front and center behind Captain America. I think that she is just really popping off the shelf with her vibrant green, and I love the purple costume as well. I'm not going to be picking up the Fantastic Four version just because I don't have a need for that on my shelf, but this one definitely looks great. So glad I picked her up. And that is all of the figures I put on my new classic comic Avenger display. Let me know down in the comments below, guys, which is your favorite figure on this shelf, and do you love this shelf, or do you just like it, or do you just feel okay about it? I really do want to hear your guys' opinions down in the comments below. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much going to do it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that usual, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.